Welcome back everyone, and Merry Christmas to everyone. As you can see, I'm wearing my new PlayStation Christmas jumper, which I was quite surprised when I got it, because I was like, it's not an Xbox One. And as most people know, I am more of an Xbox fan than a PlayStation One. So yeah, but I thought I'd wear it for this video, you know, it's related, gaming related. Hope everyone's had a good Christmas break. Thought I'd bust out a few videos because I've not done that for a while. And the stack of stuff was getting ridiculous, and I was struggling to get into the games room because I was just dumping stuff on the floor. So hopefully, and it's not going to be a 2-hour epic like the last one. I could probably do one longer than that with all the stuff I've got, because this stuff's been here for 6 months, something ridiculous like that. So I'll probably I'm going to split it into different sections. So this first bit will be CX pickups, and then there'll be it might just be CX and then everything else, because CX is the bulk of it. Some nice bits here. Some one thing which is very nice, I think personally. It was a lot of money, and I paid mostly cash of it. I know, shocker, but I didn't have any voucher, so I didn't really have a choice. Yeah, so this is all CX stuff. In fact, I'm going to start with the most expensive thing, so I can get that story out of the way. Basically, I saw this game. I sometimes check it now and again just to see the price. I believe it was, I've stuck it on my table. It was £150, and it's a PSP game. So, yeah, it's not a cheap one. So basically, I checked the price now and again, and I was just like, okay. And I was never going to buy it off eComs because it comes in this flimsy ass cardboard slipcase, and even looking on eBay, all of them are always damaged, always crushed. And for a while, I'm going to that store anyway, so I would go in and have a look, see what the condition's like. Not really expecting to get it, but when I got there, I was like, oh, actually, you know what? It's in pretty good condition. Very surprised. So I was sort of an hour in. I looked around the store a bit more, and I was like, I'll just get it because I got the money. Yeah, so for £150, I got me a copy of Persona 3 Portable for the PSP. And yeah, so as you can probably tell, this is not a very thick cardboard sleeve. And normally what happens is that gets crushed to bits, and that gets crushed to bits, and the edges, these little tabs here, get flicked up. I think these were flicked up actually, and just glued them back down. So the only real damage on it is that corner there, which you can't see very well probably. And I was an hour about taking this off. Basically, there was a sticker here, and it says collector's edition, includes art book, cards and stuff. And it had a game sticker over it. So there was like an old, you could see behind it, and just in the top corner here was a little bit of purple left of the sticker, so it was obviously been in game. And obviously someone had ripped it and ripped most of the sticker off. So I was just like, you know, I'm going to have to just clean it off. So I cleaned that off. But yeah, when I saw it, I was like, oh, there's actually, yeah, I'm not sure if you can tell, but there's a little, there you go, a little crease there. And I love Persona, so it was kind of like, I'm going to have to buy it. But they sell the normal version, so you can buy the collector's edition and the normal version. You know what, I'll just check now. Excuse me. Yeah, so you can buy just the normal version. It's not just limited to a collector's edition release. I believe, or maybe it was actually. And obviously people over the years have lost the extra stuff, so people can trade it in normally. But another reason I bought, I think I'll do it. Oh, what's going on here? Oh, here we go. Yeah, so you can buy, okay, it's still the same price, 150 quid, or you can buy just the normal release for 130 quid. And I was like, what? So yeah, that's 130 quid, and then 20 quid more. You can basically get the far more desirable collector's edition, if you ask me. I believe that's a poster. I don't really want to get it out. Yeah, there's a poster there. It looks like someone might have opened that and then had it on display. Not sure. And then just a little art book. So that's nice. I believe there was some character cards as well. Yeah, I'll put them in there, but they were originally in the thingy. So yeah, I thought it's a no-brainer to get this for 20 quid more. I just need to find like a case for it, because of it being so delicate. I might get there's a chap on Facebook who does custom acrylic cases, and I feel that's worthy of one. So I just need Persona 2 now on PSP. That also has a collector's one. That's even more money. I'll put this somewhere where I don't knock it over. So that's the most expensive thing out of the way. I'll start with this 360 tap, everyone's favourite. There's a few alright titles here. Nothing majorly expensive, to be honest, but I'll just blast through these. So I've got Pac-Man World 2, 10 quid. Complete. It's actually quite fun adventure games. I think I bought the first one on Music Magpie in one of my videos. This one was off the website. I believe it was £18, so 20 quid with postage. And it's Motion Explosion for the Kinect, so quite a tricky one to find. I believe Big Game Al mentioned it on the group I'm in, saying, "Oh, there's a few more copies of this in stock." So yeah, so that one. Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. I had some voucher burning a hole in my pocket. And this game, for some reason, just doesn't really go down in price. And obviously, you've got to make sure it has the map. Yeah, so very nice condition. So I've seen it multiple times. It's always missing the map or the case is knackered. So just bit the bullet. I think it used to be about 20 quid, so it has dropped a bit. But say, I'm not sure when I picked that up months ago, so it could have gone back up. I don't know. CSI. Fatal Conspiracy. Easy 1000. Oh, this one took a while to find as well. I kept finding it, and it was just destroyed every time. It's a 99 Nights 2. I believe this might be, in the future, quite a tricky one to find. So if you're collecting 360, yeah, I'd recommend get that one. The first one's pretty cheap. Another one which has slowly come down in price because it went backwards compatible on 360, so it shot up in price, and it's slowly been coming down, and it's got to £12, and I picked it up. It's Castlevania 2 Lord of Shadows. It doesn't have a manual, I don't believe, because it has it on the inlay. Yeah, I believe at one point that was like 6 quid, and then it went back to compatible, and it was like 20 quid, and then it slowly come down. Armored Core Victory Day, £5. Never played an Armored Core game. I probably should, but yeah, so that's nice and complete. Transformers Dark Side of the Moon, stuck to the other one. £4. Dark Side of the Moon. Explosions, woohoo, everywhere. This one looks quite interesting. Dead to Right Retribution. Shoot for justice and unleash your killer instinct. Yeah. I believe there's one on PS2. This is the sequel. Was this the third one? Something like that. Oh, another Harry Potter game. Again, this is an expensive one. I'm not sure how much I paid for it. I believe it had no price on, so I checked the website. And I was like, yeah, I'll get that. I think I bought it at the same time as the other one. So it was about the same price. Might be slightly cheaper. But yeah, complete. Air Conflict Pacific Carrier. Can't remember paying £10 for this. Doesn't seem like the sort of game which I would pay 10 quid for, but yeah. Pacific Carrier. Oh, here's a nice one. Victorious, Time to Shine. Oh yes, look at that. £3.50. Just right on my street, that is. Transformers Devastation. £8. I believe this is made by Platinum Games, so it's supposed to be fairly decent. I believe it's this one. Yes, Platinum Games. MotoGP 14. £6. Don't even know why I paid £6 for that. Oh, it's got a game sticker on the disc and no manual, but I assume it doesn't have a manual, so to get that sticker off the disc. Dance Evolution for Connect, £3. You can see the label has started to turn black because these new CX stickers do not come off. I don't know, because they're an absolute pain in the ass, and obviously when you clean them, it's a pain in the ass to get them off. So, oh, 2K NHL 2K9 for £1. To be fair, these sports games are a pain in the ass to find because I was knackered. So I bought this, and not only do I already have it, it's not even in English, so it's NHL 12, and yeah, I'm not sure you can read that. Yeah, it's not English, so, and I've already got it, but I will check mine just in case, because this one has the hologram and it's in good condition, so I might just switch it out if I need to get the hologram on there. It was only £1. I did debate taking it back, and I was like, it cost me more in petrol to take it back. This one's actually a really nice find. This is down as the normal price, and this is actually the steelbook version, but the problem is it's always knackered. And it's Far Cry 2. This steelbook is really nice. I'm not going to get it out because I've bagged it up, never to be removed. But yeah, these steelbooks, you can probably tell on the corners, I can't see very well, around there maybe, you'll see. Basically the pitch comes off. And I believe there's two types of steelbooks. One where the print's on the outside of the sleeve, which obviously gets shelfware and stuff. And I think they changed that, and then they started putting the picture on the inside of the sleeve, so obviously it doesn't wear as much. But the only problem is that if you get like a little bit of grit or something, and as you push it in, it's trapped between the steelbook and the thing, it will scratch it. So £2.50. So yeah, really nice steelbook. Oh, here's an original Xbox game. One I already had, but I needed an upgrade. I got mine for the charity shop for like £1. Dino Crisis 3. So yeah, supposedly it's a terrible game, but this one's complete in lovely condition. So that was an upgrade. Still got the original thing on. Snoopy's Grand Adventure. £6. Again, it doesn't have a manual because don't think it came with one, but it's one of those games which is, it's alright. It's nothing special, but it's not terrible. I think I completed it. Game Party in Motion, £2. The TV's just gone off, so you may have noticed a slight the brightness may have just dropped. I'll put that back on actually. Or not. Come on, you piece of junk. There we go. Yeah, who needs a special lighting thing when you can just put the TV on in the background? Yeah, Motion. Yeah, where was I? Did I show you the inside of this? £2. The Walking Dead Telltales Season 1. This one's dropped in price loads. It was hovered around the £8 mark for a while, I believe. I never bought it, and I held off. There we go, nice and bright again. £3. Now here's one which I think... Oh, I'm getting a phone call. We're back. Okay, yeah. I'll make sure to cut that out of the video. Anyway, as I was saying, this one may be a bit tricky in the future to get. I believe it's the last one on 360. And it's MotoGP 15. Who knows, it might not ever be worth anything, but I paid a tenner for it, and there was not many copies in stock on CX, and eBay, there wasn't many copies on eBay, to be honest. So, Battle Inc. Pacific Squadron World War II, £8. Believe this, you can get this in like a big box version with a flight stick. That'd be quite nice to have, but again, I thought I'd pick that up. Baja, Edge of Control, I believe that's how you say it, £3. Yeah, nice and complete. Looks like your typical THQ off-road sort of type game. Battleship, this looks like a pile of tat. Oh, it's a first-person shooter. I did not expect that one. I was expecting to be like a tactical ship game. You know, like battleships. I guess it's based off the film, actually, which I've never seen. Did the film have Rihanna in? I can't remember. I don't know why. I just got a feeling, if I remember correctly, it had Rihanna in. Cabela, Alaskan Adventure. I remember I bought this ages ago. I believe I must have found it at the car boot or something. And I put it in, played about 5 minutes of it, and I was like, this is absolute terrible. Oh, here's an interesting one. Probably, well, I find it interesting. I'm sure everyone will be like, wow, that's not interesting. It's the Darksiders collection. Now, so you get the 2 games. Okay, as standard, you'd expect that. There's 2 games. And then you'd expect there to be 2 manuals, wouldn't you? One for the first game and one for the second game. So you get the DLC for the collection, but I believe the only DLC is for the second one. And then you get the instruction book for the first one. And I was like, okay, it must be missing the instruction book for the second one. It's not missing the instruction for the second one. It's actually in here, but they've like shoehorned it in at the back. Yeah, look, it's like here. So that's like the notes from Darksiders 1, and then they've just shoehorned it on to the end of that. I mean, it's not really an instruction book, but yeah. So if you find that one, if you find that in the shop, the collection, just note that the instruction book for the second one is just literally a couple of pages at the back. It has had a game sticker on it, which has ripped part of the sticker off, picture off. Don't believe that was me, but I could be wrong. So interesting thing there if you're a collector of 360 stuff. Okay, Dragon Ball Z Battle for Z. Stickers. Terrible stickers. All nice and complete. Here's a nice one. Enchanted Arms. I actually enjoyed this game. It's not an amazing game. I've got 1,000 achievement points in it. Now, I'm sure I already have this, but my list says I do not. So I was just like, I guess I'll get it because it's in good condition. FromSoft made it, which is obviously the people who made Dark Souls. You know what? While I'm showing you that, I'm going to show you this other thing, which is unrelated to CX. It's not from CX, but it literally came a few days ago, last day of post, and it's Enchanted Arms for the Xbox, but it's the Japanese version. And you may be thinking, well, why do you need that? Because it has a separate achievement list from this one. Because that's something cool people do. They buy stuff again. But yeah, it's you know what? I won't mind playing through it again because I've not played through it for literally. I played when it came out, so and I enjoyed it. So I'm guessing I'll enjoy it again, but I'm not sure how well I'll understand it because I assume it's in Japanese, obviously. But yeah, that wasn't much. I think I paid. It was up for 25 quid on eBay, and I think I sent him a best offer for 15 quid, lowballing him. I think it was 18 actually, and I thought he's going to counter at 20, which is the price I wanted, but no, just accepted it for 18. So yeah, £18. Yeah. Right, well, last few 360 games here. I believe I've already got this one. I checked my list. Literally, there's that Dragon Ball game I just showed you, and then this one, Dragon Ball Z Xenoverse. But there's loads of Dragon Ball games on that 360. The only other one I've got is the collection, which is Budokai 1 and 3, I believe. Don't ask me why it was 1 and 3. And obviously I already had this one, so I thought, oh, I can't really buy one again because I don't have any of them. Turns out I managed to buy pretty much the only one I already had. Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, £8. That's complete. Oh, they're all complete. This one's in a sealed bag. I saw this and I was like, I'm a sucker for like a slip case. And this is Formula 1 2003. But it comes in this snazzy slipcase. It's the classic edition. I'm not going to get it out, but yeah, I put it in this. It's in plastic now forever, just to stop it. Because again, these shiny slipcovers, they scratch really easily, and on the corners, it's already started to go. £5. Right. So that is. Oh, there's a few Xbox One games here. I'll show you these as well. Devil May Cry 5. It was on Game Pass and I never played it. My motto with Game Pass is, if I can buy a disc version of it, chances I won't play it unless I just want to see how I want to give it a go. But everyone was like, this is a fantastic Devil May Cry game. So I was like, unless I'm bored one day and, that's the only reason I'd play something like that on Game Pass. But I believe it was £8. And obviously, as you can see, it's the Steelbook version, which is lovely Steelbook, really, really nice Steelbook. And that was £8. Tropico 5, the complete collection. So yeah, this is, I bought this originally, and then I realised it didn't have all the DLC on it. They called it like the penultimate edition. And they've just given that away for free on Xbox Games with Gold. So I downloaded that. And then I was like, you know what? I'll see how much CX sell the complete version for. £2. I couldn't believe it. And there was one in my local CX. So went and bought it, put it in my Xbox, loaded it up. I was like, where's the DLC? The DLC's installed because I literally watched it install. Turns out if you've downloaded the penultimate edition and then start the game, it doesn't bring up the DLC. It's like two different versions, and the penultimate edition is. So instead of loading up this version, it automatically goes for the penultimate version, which obviously I've downloaded on my Xbox. So the only way I could figure out of getting around that and making the DLC show up is one, you ever buy it again, or two, you start the game offline, get into the game, and then go online, and that makes it work. But yeah, it's a bit of a pain in the ass. Okay, I literally bought this the other day. I paid real money for this, and I've realised it's missing the map, which is kind of annoying me. But yeah, it's The Sinking Sea, and it's based off is it H.P. Lovecraft, one of his books. But I love a bit of H.P. Lovecraft inspired stuff. It's supposed to be a bit like some of the people who made Sherlock Holmes games. So it's a bit janky, janky ass adventure games. But supposedly the games they're making are slowly getting better. They get in there. This is supposed to be not as janky as the Sherlock Holmes games. £10. And it looks pretty interesting. So yeah. It doesn't come with an instruction book or anything normally, but it does have a map. It's supposed to have a map with it. So I'll have to keep my eye out in CX for that. Okay, a drink. Monster is the poison of the day. Okay, we'll go over this little stack here. 2 PS Vita games. So we've got the absolute trash. FIFA 13. I was literally like, it's £2.50. I'm gonna get it just to fill out the collection, and it does have its little instruction book, so you know that's always nice. And this one's actually supposed to be fairly decent. It's Killzone Mercenaries for 15. One of the only first-person shooters on the Vita. I believe there's the Call of Duty game, and there's probably a couple of others maybe. This is supposed to be a really good game. Supposedly the graphics are really good for the Vita. I mean, it is a Sony studio, so you kind of expect that. Next up, I'll do some 3DS games. And most of these, some of them I really have never heard of. It's nice to just go in CX and just look at the 3DS stuff and just look at the games and go, wow, I've never even seen some of these games before. And this is one of them. It's called, well, I think this is how you pronounce it, Ecolis, Save the Forest. I probably butchered that name, but £2. Yeah, it looks pretty interesting. Oh, it's a Rising Star game. That could be why I bought it. Trying to hunt down all the Rising Star games. Yeah, it doesn't look terrible. I believe I looked up a review on YouTube and was like, it's not a terrible game. Bomberman for the DS. It's Bomberman. It's Bomberman. That's all I can say. They're all the same. Okay, here's a fairly nice one. Inazuma 11-2 Firestorm. So these are like RPG football type games. It's from the people who made it? Level 5. So they made the Yokai Watch games, I believe. Did they make Ni no Kuni, maybe? But yeah, they went down the old Pokemon route, I believe. So there's 2 different versions of every game, apart from the first one. The first one just has one version. This is obviously the second game, so this is fire, and I believe the other one, I'm not sure what the other one is, ice maybe. But from then on out, they've basically released 2 of every. Yeah, it's the Pokemon thing. And I believe you get different footballers, I guess. Yeah. But this is really nice condition. So it's from the release date, 16th of the 3rd, 2012. For a period of 1 year, new characters will be made available with Wi-Fi. So yeah, you'll never have every character because they released them on, I guess, like promotional things. Yeah, it's actually really, really nice condition. So very nice. And it's a typical Nintendo game. It has 50,000 booklets with it. What game it was? I had a game the other day and it literally must have had 10 pieces of paperwork in it. Like the manual, the precautions, an advert thing, and then another advert thing, and then a promotion for like the guidebook or something. I was like, Jesus Christ. Don't even know why I picked this up. I have no idea. I thought it was a little bit more expensive than normal, and I was just like, it could be a fun game. But it's Ed, and Eddie, Scam of the Century. And yeah, again, I think I looked up a YouTube review, and they were like, it's alright. So, 15 quid. Here's, I believe this is the sequel to a Wii game. Okay, I'm going to try and pronounce this. Ilides. The Adventures of Kai and Zero. Yeah, so supposedly it's a sequel to a Wii game, which I don't think I've got. Yeah, 25 quid. When I saw it, I was like, never seen that game before. And I believe at the time this was the only copy they had in stock on CX. Okay, last up, we have 2 3DS games. I say last up for the 3DS stuff. Goosebumps the game for £3. It's not a very good game, but it's sort of a guilty pleasure of mine. I believe I bought the Switch version. Did I show that in my last video? I believe it was. Could have been. Yeah, so Goosebumps. Ooh. And the last 3DS game I bought for £55, not a cheap one. It's Seventh Dragon. I assume it's some sort of RPG. That's why I bought it. Yeah, nice and complete. Yeah. Published by Sega. Well, actually, it says maybe it was Deep Silver. Deep Silver and Sega. Yeah, I mean, it looks like an RPG. Okay. Next up, I shall show you PS2. There's some right trash in here. First off, for 505. It's another one for 505 Game Street. It's Taxi Rider. Whoa. This game looks terrible. Complete. £18. I believe a lot of these games, which just have just weird titles like Taxi Rider, are from like they're basically Japanese games, and they're from a series called the Simple series or something. There's quite a few which just get transferred, and obviously they need to change the title of them from Japanese. But there's this one. There's one called Deep Water, Demolition Girls. This is one of them. So they're not terrible games supposedly. They are like budget games, but they have like quite quirky games. They are. £22. Ghost in the Shell, standalone complex. The only thing I've ever seen of Ghost in the Shell was the first series, I want to say, and I actually enjoyed it. Yeah, it's I'm not sure what type of game. It looks like a third-person action shooter. Here is the sequel. I believe this is the sequel. This is Champions Return to Arms, sequel to Champions of Norat, is it? I believe, something like that. So yeah, there we go. Lovely condition. Oh, it's a thing, a competition. Slip. Yeah, it's a Ubisoft game, but it uses the Sony online. It's like an online and offline game. I guess you could choose to play online or offline. Looney Tunes back in action. Again, I'm not sure I bought this one. It's one of the newer Sony cases without the memory card slot. Although it's 2003, so it's probably had a case swap maybe. Panzer Front, 505 Game Street, £8. It's a tank game. Yes. This one I bought off the website because I'm on a group called CEX Retro Watch. Check that out. And there's loads of people on there that just post pictures. Even some people who work in CX who, when retro comes in, they'll take photos of it. And this was one of them. It's Under the Skin. Complete. The only thing, any damage is along there, you can see. But I'll probably get some scissors and just chop that off. But I believe that was about 25 quid. Sword of Destiny. Rising Star Games. Now, I could be wrong, but I don't think Rising Star Games released many PS2 games. It's like a sword fighting game. Oh, here we go. I don't know why I bought this. The Toy Room, Phoenix Games. Yeah, this game looks absolutely terrible. Oh, some of the screenshots. It's like basically it's just a puzzle game, like an actual So there's a jigsaw puzzle thing, and then there's one where you move the. There's like the painting game. Oh, it looks terrible. Ah, forgot I bought this one. Castlevania, 32 quid. Not sure if I overpaid on that or not. It was a while ago I bought this one. But it was in nice condition. Just need the second one now, which has gone up in price massively. Oh, another nice one. Phantom Brave. Not a massively expensive game. Well, £18. You just have to make sure that if you do buy it, it has the soundtrack with it. Because I'm guessing they'll take it without that. But yeah, it looks like an interesting game. Just re-released that, I believe. Because it's a NIS America game. Yeah, so yeah, must be all right if they can re-release it. State of Emergency 2. Again, the game which everyone forgets about. The first one was made by Rockstar. I believe this one is not. Or maybe the first one was published by Rockstar. Maybe it's under the sticker. No. Nope, £5. First one was it's alright. Just go around and blow shit up. Okay, a handful of PS4 games, and 3 of them are VR ones, and then there's one non-VR. Blood and Truth. It's supposed to be a very, very good VR game. £10. Moss. Again, it's supposed to be a good. Basically, it's a bit like what's that game with the little robot? Basically, a platforming game, but you can like look around stuff. I believe that's sort of the same concept. Everybody Golf for VR. These are all £10. Yeah, it's got to make sure it has the slip of paper with it. It's a golf game in VR. And the last non-VR game is Knack 2. £15 I paid for this. And then literally went in the day after and it got down to 12 quid. I was like, bastards. And that's the small PS4 pickups. We've got quite a big stack here of GameCube games. Probably a terrible time to start collecting GameCube because the prices are so ridiculously inflated on some of the games. But I have most of the heavy hitters, apart from the obscure one, like is it that Disney basketball game or something, which is ridiculously overpriced. And I believe I need Kirby's Air Ride, which is probably one of the more expensive ones. Oh, and is it Frogger and Gotcha Racing? Gacha Racing. But yeah, got a nice pile here. There's one, the most expensive is 40, I believe. No, 45. But first up, we've got Batman Dark Tomorrow. Lovely condition. And again, a tricky one to find. And for some reason, I literally went to my local. I knew for they had it in there. They had it in there for ages. And it was just bad. Absolutely bad. And next to the counter, they have like shelves where the new stock comes in and they put them on there and then someone goes out. And they had this on there. And I was like, oh, someone must have returned it for some unknown reason. And then I looked behind me and I could see the battered one on the shelf. So I was just like, okay, they must have got another copy in. So yeah, 20 quid, Batman Dark Tomorrow. Not bad for 20 quid, and it is in really nice condition. Splinter Cell Chaos Theory, £5. Yeah, I bought this when it came out on Xbox. And to be honest, the graphics, the one thing which blew me away with the graphics, I think it's the first level. There's a bit where you're in the sewers and there's like a slope and the water trickles down it. And I just sit there and look at it and go, wow, graphics are incredible. Not sure about the GameCube version, but yeah, probably my favourite Splinter Cell. Yeah, it's a good one. Oh dear, this is some trash here. NHL 2K5. Nice and complete. I noticed a lot of these GameCube games, they get like a wavy cover. Now, I believe that's from the inlay being too big for the case slightly. So it gives it basically wrinkles up slightly. Probably see it a bit there, but most of the games have that. Monster Jam Maximum Destruction. £8. What is that? Is that a precaution booklet? Could be. Gotta have your precaution booklets. Yeah, not bad for £8. What is that? It's a monster truck game. Super Monkey Ball Adventure. £18. These games have actually shot up in price quite a bit. Especially the second one, is it? Not sure about this one. I think this is not as much because this is on PS2 and Xbox as well. Or it's definitely on PS2 and PSP, so maybe that's why it's not as expensive. Okay, here we go. Here's a fairly expensive one. Medabots Infinity. 40 bones. It's published by Natsume. Distributed by Ubisoft. But yeah, lovely condition on that one. I mean, to be honest, they're all going to be in lovely condition. All these games I'm showing you, because I wouldn't buy them if they didn't have the manual in, to be honest. Oh, here's another expensive one. Been after this one for a while. Surprised it's not gone up in price as much as some of the other ones. But it's Ikaruga, I believe that's how you pronounce it. It's just 45. Yeah, I went into my local and they had some heavy hitters on the Cube. I think they had, Mario Party games have gone crazy in price. They definitely had them. They had Pokemon Gales XD. Yes, crazy prices. Crash Nitro Kart. Most of these are from my local, and so all what were expensive ones they had were all in pristine condition, and I believe a lot of these lower end ones are also from the same person. So Crash Nitro Karts, and I believe when I bought this, oh, just noticed that. No, the manual's got a big rip on it, just here. But it doesn't matter because for some reason there's also a Crash Tag Team Racing manual in there. Yes, it's a shame that has got a big rip on it. It's kind of annoying. I didn't notice that. Scratch that about the pristine thing. Judge Dredd versus Death. £12. Again, it's got the slight wrinkly cover. Peter Jackson's King Kong. £3. That's an alright game. I played it on 360 and you know what? It was alright, it was enjoyable. Here's another wavy cover special. WWE Day of Reckoning. And that sticker's over that sticker there. You have to carefully take that off. It has the hologram, so that's good. Don't know anything about wrestling games. Never played them. Never really interested me. £4. I think the second one is expensive. Reckless, the Yakuza mission, £3. Sphinx and the Cursed Mummy. This is supposed to be a really good platforming game. I can't remember what person. I think it was a YouTube channel called Nitro Rad. I think he's Canadian. Reviews a lot of horror and puzzle platforming games. Not bad, it does good reviews. But yeah, £10. It's got the wavy cover special kicking off. But yeah, it's supposed to be a fairly decent game. And last but not least, NHL Hits 2K. This one is, I'd say it needs a case replacement, but it has a sticker on it, the hologram, which I don't really want to take off, but I feel like I've just cleaned that. It's very grubby. But for $150, I thought, I'll add to the collection. The manual's not the best. But again, yeah, it's there, so I can always upgrade at a later date. And last but not least, Medal of Honor Rising Sun. I believe this is about £2, £3. And my missus got this for me, and she sent me a picture. And the second disc was in like a little wallet, or they'd shoved it on the spindle. And I was like, look, take that back. I know it's only like a £3 game, but I don't want the hassle of trying to find another copy of it, just for the sake of like getting this little plastic tray bit. But they had another case to swap it into, so it's not the best condition, to be honest, but £3. Quick slurp. Right, last few bits, we've got some Wii games. First up is Super Mario 25th anniversary. I believe I paid £20 for this. Or was it 15? I can't remember. Because for some reason they listed two separate versions. You can buy it with the soundtracky disc in it and one without. This one doesn't have the soundtrack CD, and I bought it because I was like, oh, I've got the soundtrack CD at home. Turns out I don't. I was thinking of the Mario Galaxies 2 one like this with the extra disc. Yeah, so yeah. But I probably wouldn't have bought it if I knew that. But I mean, to be honest, the case is, it's not terrible condition. These red box ones don't get absolutely battered, so not terrible. Some random Wii games here. Some really weird Wii games. Skycrawler, Innocent Aces. Quite an interesting one for £20. This one is, it's been attacked by a game at some point. The manual is very worn, but I'll live with it. It's alright. Probably not going to get that sticker off. It's like welded on there. It started going yellow. Yeah, £20. Quite an obscure one. Cursed Mountain. I finally bought it. I've seen this for years and years and years. I've seen it in CX. I'm like, what is that piece of trash? Excuse me. Supposedly it's not a terrible game. It's supposed to be quite. It's an alright horror game. So I thought, you know what, £2. I'll give it a go. I'll give it a go for £2. The Bomberman Land for Wii. It's Bomberman. Yeah, it's Bomberman. Literally every game's the same, I'm telling you. Apart from the 360 version, where they tried to make it like super, he's like realistic looking. Weird. Bit Trip Complete. £5. And it is fully complete. It has the soundtrack with it. Yeah, so that's nice to. I've seen it a few times and it's not had the soundtrack with it, so I've been like, nope. So £5. So it's really fairly fun games. Guilty Gear Core for £3.50. Sure. Never really played a Guilty Gear game. It was a fighting game. 2D fighting game. But this is literally probably the last thing I bought from ZX. Blastworks. Build, Trade, Destroy. Never seen this game in my life. Saw it and I was like, what the hell's that? I suppose it's a bit of a shoot 'em up, but you design your own levels. But I assume there's probably some pre-built levels, and I suppose you can download other people's levels. Not sure if it's still possible. £5, yeah, pretty good price. I checked eBay and it was about 10 off, so. Dewey's Adventure. Yeah, it's I actually put this on. I was testing a Wii and I put this on and I was like, it's got motion controls in it and they're absolutely garbage motion controls. Terrible. I was like, why didn't they just have normal controls? You don't have to shoehorn motion controls into everything. Deadly Creatures. £1.50. Yeah. It looks cool. He plays a giant snake. Featuring Billy Bob Thornton and Dennis Hopper. It says featuring, so I'm not sure. Is that just their voices or are they actually in it? We'll never know because I probably will never play it. And last but not least, A Boy and His Blob. I believe it's a remake of a NES game. Or a sequel, maybe. Yeah, it's slowly crept up in price, that one. Okay, last year. Oh, I've got a Switch game and a PS1 game. And yeah, there's a few more bits. Switch game, Deadly Premonitions 2. A blessing in disguise. I've been meaning to play this. Seriously, it's a terrible game, but that's probably the reason most people buy it. Yeah, just the cartridge in there. Not sure if it came with an instruction book. Supposedly, has terrible frame rate issues. Yeah, but I mean, you know, it's 20 quid. It was sort of dropped in price instantly after it came out within like a month. And then it's hit the 20 quid mark and just disappeared. So I was like, I'm going to get it now. Just in case it gets stupidly rare. Although I wouldn't be surprised if they did port it to Xbox and PlayStation eventually. 2 PSP games. We've got Undead Night. £15. Not sure. It looks a bit like a Dynasty Warriors game. With like tons and tons of enemies on the screen. £15. And Blade Dancers. Blade Dancers. It looks like an RPG. £10. So yeah, pretty interesting. And last but not least, we have 2 Mega Drive games and a PlayStation 1 game. First up, PlayStation 1 game. Never ever seen it before. Aquanauts Holiday. 15 quid. Not really sure why I bought this. I just was like, it looks like a really interesting game. And I have no clue what it's about. It looks like some sort of underwater building simulator thingy. Yeah, I was like, I've never seen that before. And last but not least, 2 Mega Drive games. Been after this one for literally ages, and finally I've found it in my local. The Chaos Engine. So yeah, this looks pretty cool. Never actually played it before. Complete. Manual is a little bit red, but you know, nothing wrong with that. But yeah, overall condition is really good on that. £40. And probably my favourite pickup was this one comes in out of stock quite a lot, I believe. Splathouse 2 for £35. And as you could probably guess, it is complete. So yeah, I played this on my Evercade. It's probably one of the, I always go back to it. It's one of the only games I play on my Evercade, Splathouse, and the third one, maybe? Yeah, such a great game. And now I own it on Mega Drive. So that's quite nice. And we made it. That is the end of the CX pickups. Now I'm debating whether to do another video or not, because I can't be bothered and my phone's running out of memory, so there's still lots to go through. But I've done this, I've cleared a bit of the room. Now I've just got to spend a couple of hours de-stickering everything, so that'll be fun. So yeah, anyway, I hope you all have a good New Year. Hopefully I'll get this video up before New Year. If not, then I hope you had a good New Year. But I hope you've had a good Christmas, because this is obviously after Christmas. But it's still Christmas spirit. It's got the Christmas spirit. Yeah, there's still quite a